I have no idea what's going on, but they're chasing a rider that's running away.
Walang lisensya po.
Kaya naman pala tatakbo eh.
Sir, sorry po.
Anong sorry ka dyan? Kung makadisgrasya ka, yung enforcer namin madisgrasya mo. Sorry sa pamilya nila.
So that motorcycle will now be impounded. Now you might say, well, why don't you just put an enforcer at the start? Well, there is no start and end, right? There's so many openings on the EDSA busway. And I remember before, they put an enforcer there waving people away. And you know what happened? The moment they got past the final enforcer, they went back inside the bus lane, right? That's why you have to apprehend, because if you don't apprehend, nobody takes it seriously. What is it with hazard lights inside the bus lane? They already got the license from the driver, and they're going to pull him off to the side. Flagging down there, it has an improvised red plate that says government. Don't always believe that, because sometimes people just put those plates on their private vehicles, asking the driver for the license and then pull him off to the side. That way it won't disturb the buses and all the commuters. I think I saw a tire underneath this bus. There it is. I just saw the tire underneath the bus in the background. They did manage to flag him down. They'll pull him off to the side with the rest of them. Hazard. Now this vehicle has a placard in the front windscreen, and I know that they've been given a memo specifically saying do not use the exclusive bus lane. So the enforcer's asking for the license now. The driver hesitated, but there you go, finally. You'll see that vehicle there is now trying to leave the exclusive EDSA bus lane. The moment they see the enforcers, okay, quick, everybody get out the bus lane. That's really how it is. And then, unfortunately, a lot of people even run from enforcers. It's not, oh my goodness, I thought he was gonna literally throw himself in front of that tanker. Here comes a van with his hazard lights on. I told you, right? Everyone uses their hazard lights in the bus lane. They're probably tired of hearing me say it, but I just don't understand it. Does it somehow exempt you from using the bus lane? Look, now he wants to merge with the regular traffic. What is that, airport taxi? Okay, they pulled him off all the way to the side there. They'll issue him a ticket and then send him on his way. I actually saw the MMDA kind of realigning the cars a little bit so that the MCs would be able to travel on the inside over there, which is much better compared to those riders that go in the bus lane. Even if they say, oh, I'm just riding the line. The bus lane is only just about wide enough for one bus. So even if they're riding the line, they block the bus. That's why the bus is always honking and complaining. They don't want to hit the riders, and it's happened in the past. There's another hazard flagged down in the bus lane. Actually, one of their other vehicles was ticketed. I think, when was it? Wednesday. Anyway, there's the license. They'll pull him off to the side. Flagging that vehicle over now. Bus lane violation. Number one, he wants to leave the bus lane now. How about the car at the back? Same thing, wants to leave the bus lane. Angkas, and then what's that, move it. Before, people were complaining about the buses being reckless, racing each other, weaving in and out between cars. And now it's the other way around, right? It's cars and motorcycles misusing the bus lane. What's that behind this bus? Looks like a Innova maybe? Looks like a private plate. Lady driver. Okay. They're still asking for the license so they can issue a ticket. I just saw one of the other enforcers take a photo. That just helps later if someone tries to contest the violation. Once they get the license, they'll push her off into the private lanes and then catch up with her and give the license back. This one has blinkers, but it's an improvised plate. It doesn't have any markings to say it's a government vehicle or that it's a police car or ambulance or anything like that. So they're asking the driver for the license now. Hopefully he won't delay because there is a bus behind him. Okay, I can see he's going to hand over the license. There you go. They'll push him into the private lane so he can move forward while the ticket's being written. These two vehicles pulled to the side because allegedly one of them sideswiped the other one. And I just saw the I-10 basically bash into the curb, so now his wheel has some extra damage. I don't know who supposedly hit who. They just arrived now. The MMDA regularly ticket vehicles for parking on this piece of the sidewalk. Anyway, the driver just came running out from the alleyway now, and the enforcer asked him for his license. There you go. It's only on paper, but that's not his fault. And it's the same thing with that one there. Looks like the driver just came running out now. They often ticket vehicles parked in that portion of the sidewalk also. This one here is fully obstructing the sidewalk and it's actually dipping into the road also. The enforcer's taking his own photos just as evidence, and then they will issue a ticket. And it's the same with this vehicle parked on the sidewalk, forcing the pedestrians into the road. Usually what happens is they take the vehicles inside and park it inside their garage. It is difficult because it's narrow, but they can do it. And in fact, there you go, it's now being taken inside. And I assume they'll park in the garage like what we saw before. I don't know if it was that specific vehicle, but same location, different cars were taken inside and then parked inside the garages. Parked on a corner and on a pedestrian crossing and on a road that says no parking. It's like a triple whammy. The driver did come out, so they'll just issue a ticket. And just in front of that one, they're actually issuing a ticket to that. This is Magenhauer. There's no parking allowed both sides. Sometimes people would say, why are you ticketing and towing illegally parked vehicles? It's anti-poor, and why are you on this road? Why are you on that road? Why don't you go to EDSA? There's traffic. There's traffic on EDSA during rush hour because of the volume of vehicles. There's no magic cure for that. Yes, there's some things you can do to improve it, but there's no magic cure. So why do they clear the alternative routes? So that people don't always have to go to EDSA, right? There are other roads that they can use. But if those other roads are full of illegally parked vehicles, then people are stuck, right? They always go back to EDSA. A lot of people say, I don't want to use the inner roads. It's a headache. It's like Tetris weaving between all the illegally parked cars and motorcycles. So that's why they ticket and tow. Firstly, to clear the road, and secondly, to act as a deterrent. Because towing is quite expensive and it wastes half your day getting the vehicle back. So it really deters people from doing the same thing again and again and again. The rider came out now. He said he doesn't actually have a helmet, but this is a non-moving violation anyway. It's illegal parking on the sidewalk. Okay, there is a driver's license at least, that's something. There's actually a lot of complaints from residents and business owners on Magenhauer. They say people come from other streets, park their cars here, and sometimes they don't leave until 1 p.m., 2 p.m., 3 p.m. And they even block their driveways, they block their garages. Honestly, it's a common complaint. It has two issues. Firstly, the substandard or unauthorized helmet, that's 3,000 pesos. And then she's also been using her cell phone while driving along. The lady is talking to the pedestrians here. Seems like she's trying to deliver something. I think she still hasn't realized that she's being apprehended. Or maybe her mind is just not focused on that. Anyway, they are asking her for the license. Nearly every time the team pass through Magenhauer, they see a smashed up car parked here or just nearby. The first time they experienced that, someone arrived and he said, oh, I crashed the car last night and this is as far as I could get. I'm sorry, I'm gonna move it. And then the second time they arrived, there was a different car, then a third car, then a fourth. It's like every time they go here, there's a smashed up car. So my guess is there must be a repair shop nearby. Because why would it always be in the same location, right? It doesn't make any sense. Is that an airport taxi? What's it doing parked on Magenhauer? Anyway, it's on the tow truck now, so I guess the driver's not here. There were some people that complained, why do you keep ticketing and towing on Magenhauer, those that were apprehended? Now the better question is, why do you keep parking there, right? There's so many complaints from residents and business owners. What I don't understand is there's so much space here, but for some reason the two motorcyclists decided to park side by side and pretty much fully obstruct the sidewalk. Most likely anyone that passes here is going to go into the road. Thankfully the rider came out, moved the bike, gave his license, smiles, happy, no complaint, he understands. and I gave him some advice for next time. Right now, the towing crew are walking around and documenting damage on these two vehicles, fully obstructing the sidewalk, no drivers. Weird, I wonder where they are. They're actually parked right in front of a gas station, which is not ideal because vehicles are meant to pass through there to get in and out of the gas station. Someone said the drivers might be from a nearby building, but the enforcers have been here for a long time. They already picked up one car, and now they're picking up the second car, and no drivers come out. Now, this is second-hand information, but allegedly someone said they already asked them not to park here, but the response was that it's not your property. And I mean, technically, they're right, it's a public sidewalk, but there is a right of way, there is a right of access, right, for the property, like the gas station, for example, for their customers to go in and out. Now, regardless, you're not allowed to park on the sidewalk, so it is being towed away. Like I said, that's second-hand information, so I cannot guarantee that it's accurate, but regardless, sidewalk is no parking.